We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 425 area. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 9:45 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. From that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support above the 425 area. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run day was spectacular beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:50 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area in the last 2 days. And today it tried coming back up to dark green bars, and it is now back down towards the white with red borders, which is the dip area as I call it. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, having volatility today between bull and bear indicators, and now under a bear indicator in the second half of the day, right at 428.91. That bear indicator popped up here on the 30-minute, canceling out that bull indicator in the middle of the day. And now we are back down here towards the 425 area in the post-market hours. Now, what's creating all this volatility today? Well, it's the remarks that Powell did, right? You could see it here. He was talking about interest rates and how he's looking at the economic data to make decisions. And one of the things he stated was that the Fed needed to allow the rise in yields to play out and should only monitor the situation. This is pretty hawkish. He's open to higher yields, meaning open to higher rates. And you can see it here in this graph, how sharply it moved up while he made these remarks. Now, it's cooling off here in the second half of the day, but it is something to not ignore that Powell basically told the markets that yields, they're open to them being higher, and that's making the open door to possibly rising rates again, right? While the market was right now excited about this pause that we're kind of in, and that maybe there's no other rate hike after this. So Powell just came out and basically stated that the economic data and the economy is showing the strength through these rates, and basically that there might be some more tightening to do. Not guaranteed, but he's kind of just putting it out there, and that sounded kind of hawkish, and that's why things overreacted really fast back down. They were going up first because it seemed dovish what he was stating, and then all of a sudden he came out and he was a hawk, guys. So this is just creating volatility in today's trading day, and it's going to be crucial and critical to watch these key levels that we're going to break down in today's video going into tomorrow, and the inflow versus outflows. And we could see here on the 15-minute, a bear indicator popped up at 429.50 area here. Not that far off of it at around the 429.47 area. Did a full transition from dark green to white with red borders. And it's fighting here in the after hours to get back above 426 and staying above 425. And I would not ignore this. I'll be watching this very carefully here, how this support reacts going into tomorrow. And then in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, it's been under a bear indicator since yesterday at the open at the 435 area. The market did a full transition here as well in the 1 hour from bright green to white with red borders. Tried coming back up, and it's hit another dip area here in the second half of the day, which I would not ignore, and it's fighting to hold support here. Now, I'm going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on here with the inflow versus outflow. So as we can see here on the SPY, the outflows dominated all day on the 30-minute. You could see these inflows trying to pick back up. And yes, a bull indicator popped up, but inflows never crossed over. And that's why it quickly got canceled. Outflows continue to dominate, and it's at some of the lowest outflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks at negative 7.04. Definitely something to not ignore here, and I'll be watching this very carefully if it can level off and turn from red to green going into tomorrow. And we could see it's bouncing back up here, fighting to stay above 426 in the after hours after hitting a low here of nearly 425.67. And definitely something to not overlook here is that the outflows have dominated all day, guys. Throughout this volatility, outflows have dominated all day on the 30-minute. And if we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here how these outflows actually dominated here in the second half. That's why things try to bounce back up. The inflows were fighting all day, even though it was below the midpoint, to come back up, and things did not start going up higher with strength because it was under a bear indicator since yesterday on the 1 hour, as we saw, and inflows never crossed over. And when they did, it quickly got canceled, and outflows are dominating again here at negative 2.97 in the after hours. And it's going to be crucial again for this to level off and switch from red to green and push back up towards the midpoint. I'm going to be watching that very closely here in the bigger picture. And in the volatility, we could see here how these inflows tried crossing over when things tried coming back up in the middle of the day, and how quickly they crossed back down in the second half. But these inflows are trying to come back up here in the after hours. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And if these outflows continue to dominate on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute, the first support I'll be watching is the 425 area. Then below that is 423, and then the 420 area. Those are the key levels to the downside. To the upside, I'll be watching if these inflows can come back up, cross the midpoint on the 15-minute, try to roll that strength over here into the 30-minute and reflect that strength into these charts. And the first resistance is the 428 area. If that gets broken through, the next level I'll be watching is the 429 to 430 area. And if that gets broken through and these inflows get closer to the midpoint or even cross right on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and get a bull indicator, the next level I'll be watching is the 432 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. I'm going to watch them very closely going into tomorrow. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.